Hey everybody, welcome to Divine Conversations. I'm Eric. Thank you so much for joining me. So, I'm bringing you guys your twin flame messages for this week. This is the week of February 26th through to March 4th. Guys, we are almost out of winter in America. I'm so excited. The spring equinox is coming, guys. We're almost there. We're almost there. Just keep swimming. Yeah, nine of wands. Just keep swimming. Anyway, as usual, I am available on Instant Go and I am available for private readings. All of that information is down in the description box below. Um, yeah, private readings have been going really well. I'm very grateful to be able to do those things for you guys. I really enjoy connecting with people in this way and being able to help and guide them and help them get clarity and all that stuff. So, if you have any sort of desire to reach out for a private reading, I highly suggest you do so. I would love to speak with you and have a conversation. Also, I want to give a big thank you to those of you who have donated to my channel and also those of you who have been just subscribing and liking and leaving all the awesome comments. I really, really, really appreciate it. I love you guys. I'm so happy to be able to be in this mode of service for you all. Yeah. So, without further ado, let's just get to it, shall we? Divine Feminine. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? So, let's get to your reading for this week, February 26th through to March 4th. We are almost at spring, y'all. I know I said it before. I'm going to say it again. I'm so excited for it. Okay, here we go. So, Divine Feminine. Spirit, please make me a clear channel for the Divine Feminine Collective. Please bring us the best messages for our current situations for this week. Again, please understand these messages are general messages. So take what resonates with you, leave what doesn't. If you do want to get some more specific information to your situation, please don't hesitate to email me, and I would be more than happy to do a reading for you. Also, please keep in mind that these messages are not these messages are timeless, okay? Just because they're coming through at this particular moment in time does not mean that they only apply to this moment in time, okay? They can apply to any moment in your life. Alrighty? Divine Feminine. What's going on? What do we want to talk about today, ladies and gentlemen? Spirit, please bring forward the best messages for the Divine Feminine Collective. Please make me a clear channel for the Divine Feminine Collective. Thank you so much, Spirit. One more circle. Okay, here we go. We'll cut. All right, Divine Feminine. Starting off here, oh, we've got the King of Cups. Okay. So this is speaking to the Divine Masculine, all right? I know this is the Divine Feminine reading, but the Divine Masculine is showing up in your reading right now. And that is because he is really starting to step into his emotional power. He is starting to understand his emotions. He's really starting to embody this King of Cups energy. He's starting to really connect with his inner King of Cups. And that really has a lot to do with you, Divine Feminine. You are helping influence this in them, okay? And the message I'm getting from the King of Cups right now is the Divine Masculine wants to approach you in this way, okay? He wants to make sure that he's as close to the King of Cups as possible so that he can hand you that cup. You see how the King of Cups is holding that cup in a way so that it looks like he could be trying to offer it to someone? That could be a peace offering. It very well could be a peace offering. The King of Cups is a really wonderful leader, very compassionate leader. If anyone's going to make a peace offering first, it absolutely would be the King of Cups. So that, in a sense, is what's coming towards you, Divine Feminine. Before the Divine Masculine can really feel comfortable enough or confident enough to give you this uh, love offering, this peace offering, to come forward with any sort of sense of reconciliation. He needs to feel like he has either embodied the King of Cups archetype or is as close to it as possible. Of course, a nudge from the universe is the another major factor um, in that decision. But as he awaits from that nudge from the universe, he is actively working on becoming the King of Cups, becoming more emotionally stable, more familiar with his emotions, because he knows at this point that he cannot approach his divine feminine without having some sort of working relationship with his own emotions. Okay? That is a very strong message, actually, coming through. Well, well. Okay, so if you have watched the Divine Masculine video yet, you know there was a little extra tidbit that I added at the very end because I got to the end of the reading and followed through with the intuitive message of looking at what was underneath the Temperance card, which was the last card in the overall message for the Divine Masculine. And right underneath that card, we had death. Well. We have death here again, Divine Feminine. Now, this, again, is absolutely speaking to the divine masculine because the divine masculine is going through various transformations and deaths that is helping him reach this King of Cups atmosphere, this King of Cups archetype, helping him embody this King of Cups archetype. And that's because he's starting to face the things that and the conditioning that has kept him from being emotionally available, and the conditioning that's kept him from being a compassionate and loving person, right? Oh, finally, look, yeah, absolutely. We have the Nine of Cups. All of this is leading to wish fulfillment for you, Divine Feminine. Okay. You absolutely want this. The universe knows you want this. The universe knows it. And the universe has every intention of helping you get it, helping you achieve it. Okay. And finally, underneath that, we have the Seven of Pentacles. That's your, I'm gonna hold off. I might want to pull more underneath the overall, but I'm gonna stop at the Seven of Pentacles here. Okay, so for you, Divine Feminine, you are definitely in a moment where you're like taking stock of things. You're looking at the fruits of your labor. You're looking at this current harvest and what does it represent for you? How did you get here? How did your fruits grow in this certain way? Are they as sweet as you want them to be? Are they as plump and bright as you want them to be, or are they starting to rot already? Are they a little sour, or are they decaying? Um, that definitely is. Uh, uh, and you're also looking back on your situation with your twin. A lot of you divine feminines are still dealing with either the choice to move on to a soulmate relationship, maybe a karmic relationship has popped up for you. Maybe you're still trying to move through a karmic relationship. Um, excuse me, some of you may have even already entered into a soulmate relationship and you're kind of looking back on the twin flame journey and you're looking back on what happened. And if you are in a soulmate relationship, I'm picking up that you feel you're kind of like experiencing what that relationship is and what's going on in that relationship between you two right now, and you're kind of looking back at the twin flame journey. The Seven of Pentacles is saying to me, you're looking back at the twin flame situation, you're like, huh, and you're kind of comparing. You're like, well, yeah, this is nice, and so is sweet and all that, but what's going on with my masculine? And why am I not with him right now? And what has happened in this relationship? What has happened between us that led me to get into this relationship with this other person that is not my divine counterpart? And am I settling? And is this really what I want? Like I said, I wanted it before, but um, is this really what I want? And a lot of those questions that I just channeled through from the Divine Feminine Collective, that for those of you that are resonating with that, are absolutely being influenced by what's going on with your Divine Masculine here, how he's going through all these deaths and transformations and is literally starting to embody the King of Cups energy, which is what we've wanted from them the whole time. Because we are the Queen of Cups, right? I'm hearing regret. Some of you regret moving away from your twin flame journey. Understand that all that's really happened is the timeline has been extended in many cases. It's not like you can never come back. Just depends on your specific situation as to how long that may take. Yeah. In your first position, we have the current surrounding energies for you, Divine Feminine. Oof, wow. The Divine Masculine is really on your mind right now, Divine Feminine. And this actually, and I'm absolutely going to speak to this. Absolutely going to speak to this. We have the King of Pentacles as your surrounding energy. And again, this I really feel like this is definitely your divine masculine. I don't really feel like this is you, divine feminine, right now. This is your divine masculine. You've got the King of Pentacles and you've got the King of Cups. Yes, I know my divine masculine has been on my mind like crazy lately, and it's worrying me a little bit because I'm actively working on being detached from this situation, detaching myself from the connection with my twin, detaching myself from any sort of desires for things to work out a certain way, detachment from um, a certain timeline, right? But then at the same time, he's constantly on my mind. And it scares me a little because I'm wondering, am I too attached? But I'm trying to be detached. But then my spirit team and my higher self just keeps repeating his name. His name keeps coming up in certain places. I keep seeing it everywhere. People are talking around me and they don't even say his name, but it sounds like they say his name. It's nuts. Your surrounding energies are the King of Pentacles. So you're really thinking about your divine masculine in a tangible sense. And in some cases, your wish. In some cases, I feel like your divine masculine is kind of coming towards you in a tangible sense. Like and not, and what I mean by that is like I see like his energy coming around and surrounding you, enveloping you. Which could be why in my, like for me, if for example, that could be why he's on my mind so much. If you're resonating with that, that could be why they're on. I mean, other than the fact that they're our twin, but there could be a rush of thoughts about them because their energy is literally reaching out towards you and surrounding you, enveloping you. And I see that in a material sense because it's reaching out to you in the three, it's reaching out to you in the three-dimensional, but it's not him physically reaching out, it's his energy enveloping you in the three-dimensional sense. I'm trying to see if there was anything else there. There was something else I wanted to say about that, but now that's escaped me. Oh, but another thing that I'm picking up here, the King of Pentacles is right on top of the Death card. So for your surrounding energies, Divine Feminine, on a 3D level, your twin, your divine masculine, is going through a death, is going through a transformation, which is allowing him or freeing up some of his energy to envelop you, like I was saying. Okay. In your next position, you have how you see your twin, divine feminine, the Four of Cups. Yeah, that makes sense. um, so some of you are still seeing your twin as this person that is just rejecting any offers of love that you have been given, or you may still be trying to give. You, divine feminines, may be rejecting some sort of offer of love that your divine masculine is sending out to you. Now, I don't necessarily see this as them reaching out in the physical sense and trying to offer love to you, in which that could be the case, especially with the King of Cups around. That could absolutely be the case, and you're kind of like rejecting it. And when you're rejecting it because you're closing your heart off a little bit because you don't want to get hurt again. You don't you I mean you believe you want this to happen, you want to have this connection and this relationship with this person, and on a certain level you believe in it, but at the same time you don't necessarily trust it because you don't want to get hurt again. So that could be why you're pushing this offer away. But what I'm also seeing is five-dimensional and or telepathic offers, telepathic communication. There is a hell of a lot of telepathic communication going on for the twins right now. I know that for a fact. I'm experiencing that myself. And I am absolutely, in this sense, I am embodying a bit of a Four of Cups energy because I'm kind of like not really trying to take that right now in some cases because and this happened to me this morning actually. You know, I was receiving telepathic communication from my twin, and I said to him, I was like, look, that's great, but I really need you to do this in the 3D. I need you to stop telling me all these things telepathically and start telling me them in the physical, because part of me feels like you're using this as a crutch. In some sense, you're saying, and this is how I feel towards my divine masculine in this situation. It's like, and I guess that's maybe me, just the skeptic in me, the pessimist in me. That way, this could be the way that I'm protecting myself from getting hurt anymore. Um, I also am coming out of a very manipulative and narcissistic relationship with my karmic partner that I'm actively divorcing right now. He was very manipulative and very narcissistic, and I'm very extremely sensitive to things like that. And so when my divine masculine is constantly sending all of these messages to me telepathically, it makes me feel good, yeah, but I want him to tell me this in the 3D. I want this to move into the three-dimensional existence. I don't want this to stay in the 5D. And I part of me is kind of there's some red flags going on, because it's like you're so passionate and loving and so honest and truthful with me telepathically, but when it comes to doing that, showing up authentically in your physical sense, you run from it. And so it's like you're comfortable. It's like you think it's enough to just have that relationship with me on the 5D, but you're not going to honor it in the 3D. That to me is a form of manipulation. I don't know if that's coming across. Some of you get what I'm saying. Others of you aren't quite getting it, and I'm not sure how to say it in a way that really conveys what I'm feeling. But I do feel like I'm being manipulated in a some sense, or at least I'm working on stopping any sort of manipulation that could come from it. Don't think you can just get comfortable with having this relationship with me on a 5D level and get comfortable knowing that I'm not really seeking out any sort of relationship, because I know we have this connection with each other, and think you can just run along in the 3D and do whatever you want and completely ignore me. No. The only reason I am holding off on any other sort of situation is because I want this relationship with you in the three-dimensional sense. And I'm willing to wait for it. But number one, I'm not going to wait forever. And number two, I'm not going to allow you to think that you can just hold on to this and I'm just going to stay here and wait for you in the 3D. Like, no. If you want this too, I am willing to wait for you. I'm willing to wait for you to do the work. But I'm not going to accept these telepathic messages forever. I'm not going to allow that to be all of what our relationship is. All right. That was my personal story, but I told it so that to help you guys understand how else this Four of Cups energy is manifesting. Now, I do have faith. I kind of feel like my twin is watching right now. I do have faith that things will happen. I do. I have all the faith in the world in you. But just understand, I'm not going to let you manipulate me. And the divine feminine, there are many, many, many other divine feminines out there that are coming out of manipulative and narcissistic relationships. And if any of you divine masculines think you can manipulate us, you have got it all wrong. You have got it all wrong. And if you watched the divine masculine video and you heard about how, I was talking about there are some situations where, yes, divine masculine, you have acted in some really nasty and extra ways, but the divine feminine has also acted in some nasty and extra ways. And that is because we have been triggered, because there are things from our past that have really, really hurt us. And manipulation and narcissism has been one of the biggest ones. All right. Ooh, okay, I'm going to move forward. For the third position, this is where you are in relation to union, divine feminine. We have the Eight of Cups. Hmm. So again, this is talking about some of the divine feminines that are seeking greater fulfillment elsewhere and are like, whatever, I'm just going to move on. Um, some of us are still questioning whether we should do that or not. Some of us are actively doing that. But then also, some of us are leaving behind. I'm also seeing the Eight of Cups as some of the healing process that's going on. Because yes, we are being triggered a lot lately. But those triggers are happening so that we can grow, we can heal from them. And that's also what I'm seeing the Eight of Cups embody. The fact that we're moving away from, we're in healing these things, we're walking away from unfulfilling situations. We're walking away from those cups that have spilled. Because in this depiction of the Eight of Cups, some of these cups are spilled over, right? So yeah, that's what I'm seeing. I'm also seeing the progression here. The Eight of Cups walking towards the Nine of Cups. I'm sorry, the Nine, Nine, of Cups in wish fulfillment. Okay, because ultimately, if we're gonna reach union with our twin, we have to let go of the triggers. We have to heal the things that are still hurting us, the still unhealed wounds. We have to become whole. And in becoming whole, we walk away from unfulfilling things, um, that hurt us, the wounds that we have acquired. We heal them. Next, in our fourth position, divine feminine, we have um, what you want your twin to know. And we get the hermit. So some of you divine feminines, you want your twin to know that you're really withdrawing. You're detaching. You're taking a sabbatical in some cases. Um, so like in the sense, like for my situation, my twin reaches out to me in telepathically all the time. Um, my spirit team lets me know when I mean, we're always on each other's minds, but my spirit team really lets me know when I'm really heavily on his mind because they repeat his name to me. But in all of those cases, like I'm really like I'm speaking for myself because I feel like I'm really embodying a lot of what's happening, and I'm telling my story so that you guys can understand it and apply it to your point of view, your perspective. But in all of this telepathic communication that's happening, I am really kind of like drawing in, being like, in some cases, I'm like, just stop. I don't want to hear about it anymore. I don't want to hear about it anymore. Like, just leave me alone. Leave me alone. Let me just heal. Let me just deal with this. I don't want this on my mind all the time. Like, I'm trying not to focus on this so much. I'm trying to focus on myself. I'm trying to focus on my healing. And I don't feel like I can do that with all of you guys constantly repeating this in my head, constantly putting this in my face. You know what I mean? I know I feel like a lot of you are resonating with that right now. And that's what the hermit energy is embodying. But with the message I'm getting, the answer I'm getting from spirit right now is you don't have to be so detached. We know we're asked, this is a direct message, everyone. We know we're asking you to detach, but it doesn't have to be as extreme as you think. Many of you are detached sufficiently, but we are repeating these things for you. We are putting all these synchronicities and these signs before you so that you do not move too far away. There is a healthy balance between this detachment, and we're just helping you keep it. But the hermit energy is beneficial for you, so continue. That was a direct channeled message, okay? And now, in retrospect, after hearing that from spirit, the hermit energy, it does feel a bit more welcome. I know personally, I've just been reassured that, I'm doing sufficient things, and I feel like that message is for a vast majority of the divine feminine collective. We are actively sufficiently doing what we need to do right now. The divine masculine is coming towards us. Please understand that. And as I said that, I saw 2211 on the counter. The divine masculine is coming towards us in some very big ways. I mean, the spirit has been saying that to me for a long time in relation to my twin. He's coming to you, it's going to be in some really big ways. And I believe that rings true for the whole collective. Actually, for whoever you are in this, if you see it this way, whoever you are within the runner chaser dynamic, big things are going to happen when the time is right. Okay. Moving forward, in your fifth position, what's crowning you, what you're manifesting, what your current challenge is, what your current focus is, things like that. We have Six of Pentacles. So yeah, this is still on our minds, and that is, oh wow, that's a little scary. I'm not going to lie, that's a little freaky, but that's exactly what I was talking about with this Four of Cups energy. Divine Feminine, we have really learned some hard lessons when it comes to hi Jen, I just saw your reply to my email. I felt really called to say that. I got a notification I just got your an email from you, so I wanted to say hi. um, anyway, moving forward, we've learned some really strong lessons when it comes to reciprocity within our relationships, no matter what kind of relationship it is, even a relationship with yourself. So what I was talking about with the Four of Cups, in that I don't want to look. It's great that you're so open and honest with me telepathically, but I need you to ground that in the 3D. Reciprocity, y'all. This is still on our minds, Divine Feminine, and quite frankly, I think it should be. We need to really hold on to the lessons we learned in these, and so that we don't repeat these cycles of giving too much and not getting in return. Absolutely. But with the Six of Pentacles being in the crowning position, and then the King of Cups right under that, I believe that this is going to happen. Things are really going to balance. The give and take is really going to balance out, especially as the divine masculine moves further, deeper and deeper into his King of Cups archetype. But the main message here for you, Divine Feminine, with the Six of Pentacles is don't ever forget the lessons that you learned. I mean, I'm not asking you to hold on to the circumstances of certain situations. I'm not asking you to hold on to the pain or any of that. I'm asking you to hold on to the truth and the lessons. To hold on to what you learned so that you do not repeat those cycles in the future. Okay? Finally, in the sixth position, we have hidden influences, what you may not be aware of at this current time. Strength. Divine Feminine, you're not necessarily aware of how strong you are. Some of us are really starting to be worn down by this, and I can attest to that. I don't know if it's me personally. I know lately I've been questioning whether or not I've been channeling just energies from the Divine Feminine Collective as a whole, with intentions to help us transmute. I do see myself as a channel and a bit of a transmuter. I've always been the type of person to just like dive into dark situations with intentions of trying to help bring more light to the situation, try to help transmute that energy. And I do feel like that's what's going on here. So for me personally, this rings true. But for a lot of the divine feminines out there, you're starting to feel worn down by this situation. You're starting to get really tired, exhausted. Like, is this ever going to change? Are we ever going to have to stop doing so much work to heal and just come into union? Like, what? Come on. But the universe is saying to you, girlfriend, boyfriend, girl, you have so much more strength than you know. Tap into it. This is also the card number eight, infinity, abundance. I mean, there is infinite strength at your disposal. You just have to choose to draw on it. And for me, I'm feeling like for a lot of us, divine feminines, that is the hardest part about it. It's choosing to continue to draw on that strength so that we continue to walk forward on this journey. That is the hardest part about it. It's making that choice to continue to draw on the strength. It was never a matter of whether we have the strength or not. It's more a question of, do we want to continue drawing on that strength? And that is totally up to you. I will never judge you for whatever choice you make there. Free will is a thing. Free will is a thing, guys. You should know that by now with what the divine masculine has been going through. Ooh, I feel like that was a little sleight of hand. That was a little bit of a underhanded comment. I apologize for that. All right, so I'm going to pull some oracle guidance. One, we're going to start with the Fairy Forest oracle deck. Then I'm going to move to the Crystal Mandala deck, and then I'm going to move to the Lightworker oracle. So, Spirit and Fairies of the Forest, please bring us one message, the best message for the Divine Feminine Collective in relation to this reading. please, and thank you. One more shuffle. Okay. One message, please. Best message for the Divine Feminine Collective in relation to this reading. Thank you so much. There she is. Oh, wow! Ragnarok. Whenever I use this deck in relation to the Divine Feminine, Ragnarok really comes up. I mean, and it's perfect. I mean, first of all, this to me is a depiction of the Divine Feminine. And if you look, it's card number 11, y'all. Hey. But it says destruction, ending, final moment. And that absolutely applies to strength. Destruction, ending, especially with the hermit. Ending cycles of hurt. I mean, it applies to the hermit, it applies to strength, it applies to Eight of Cups. To me, Ragnarok is like the phoenix from the flames, risen, risen from the ashes, and all that. Um, I mean, you're putting an end to things. You are you're stopping things in their tracks when you know they're not good for you. Okay. Um, Honestly, I don't have many words for this. Maybe I should read for the book because I don't really have many words to describe what this is. I feel like we already get it. We already get it as the Divine Feminine Collective. We understand what Ragnarok is saying to us. But I just to be sure, I do want to read from the book just in case I'm missing anything. Sorry. There must be an ending, and it must come soon. You have stood between the forces of destruction for some time, believing that to hold on and to maintain what is seeking to end has been the strong and right thing to do. But when this card comes, it is Ragnarok, the end of the world. And while this card can speak of earth changes and cataclysms that begin with the sea and the land and the sky, it is more truly about the end of one time in your life. Because a cycle is nearing not only completion, it must end in order for the new beginning which awaits you to be given the space it needs to enter and to flourish. I'm just going to continue. Everything has its time. Every tree must fall. Please know that you are neither weak nor are you a failure for letting this ending happen. Strength. Eight of Cups. Holding on is taking up all your energy and draining you, while the finality you are hoping to avoid will actually bring you renewal, truth, a raw primal moment when you can become your own true self again. Cease exhausting yourself by holding on to what is already over. You cannot stop what seems to be destruction, but you can ready yourself to face what must be faced, to go through the hard time that will soon come, but which will bring you so much richness and so many opportunities. Let go, friend, and cease your quiet suffering. Howl, lift the sky with your cries of pain, but then sleep, and know you will return with a spirit daring, strong, and reborn. So yeah, I had already touched on a lot of that message through channeling, but one thing I did not pick up on that reading the book did bring up is karmic relationships. Some of you divine feminines are still holding on to karmic relationships. Some of you, even though you have moved away from a karmic relationship, you still haven't energetically released a lot of what's going on. And in order to do that, I would suggest that you look into maybe some violet flame meditations, cord cutting meditations, any sort of thing, anything, any sort of rituals or meditations that you can go through to help release energetic ties to karmic partners or karmic situations. Yes, because they are standing in the way. They're taking up your energy. They're still draining you. They're still feeding off of you in some ways, and they are blocking. They are taking up space that your twin and yourself can be taking up. Yes. Moving on, we are going to pull some messages from the Crystal Mandala deck. So I'm going to ask Spirit, the Archangels, the Ascended Masters, the Goddesses, and the Crystals to please bring us the best message for the Divine Feminine Collective in this moment in relation to this reading. Thank you so much, everyone. We greatly appreciate it. Spring is coming. Sorry, guys. I just looked out my window and I was like, oh my God, spring's coming. Yay. Okay, sorry. Okay, one more shuffle. All right. All right, Spirit. One message, please, for the Divine Feminine in relation to this reading. There it is. We have Purification. Now, okay. Ooh, this is a gorgeous card. Angel Labiel and Black Tourmaline. Now, black and purple and pink and blue are like, and white are like my ultimate favorite colors. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, this card is falling in relation with Ragnarok, okay? Purification is happening. Purging, even, is happening. Especially with the Eight of Cups energy and the Hermit energy. We're going deeper internally to really, really get to some deeper wounds that are affecting us. Um, I'm being guided to say, if you need extra protect, excuse me, if you need extra protection during this time, Black Tourmaline is calling to you, Divine Feminine. All right, Black Tourmaline is saying, hey, 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 come pick some of me up. I will help you. I will help protect you. I will help you purge. I will help you. Um, um, I will help defend you from anything trying to come in and stop this process of purification for you. Okay, I do want to read from the book just to make sure I'm not missing anything. But when I pulled this card and when I saw it, my attention was immediately drawn to Ragnarok. These two are working hand in hand here. Okay. We bring you the gift of purification. This is your chance to let go of what you no longer wish to hold. It might be a toxic burden within your body, mind, or emotions you wish to be freed from so you can feel lighter, happier, and more energized to attend to the things that matter most. We come to you at a time when you have become overloaded with energies, thoughts, or even perhaps physical toxins or possessions, toxic or karmic relationships, inhibiting your capacity for joy and vibrancy. If there is any fear within at the prospect of releasing something from your life, be assured. Be reassured. This cleansing is a loving grace that will help you feel happier. I mean, there we go, right there. That sentence, those two sentences right there is confirming the fact that the message from Ragnarok and the message of purification go hand in hand. Okay, so this is a major thing for us, Divine Feminines. We're really working on purging still. Yeah, we've got a lot in there. I can feel it. There's a lot of purging that needs to be done. But don't worry about timelines. You have the time to do it, okay? The more you are willing to allow us to assist in this process, the better and clearer you shall feel. Insights into your relationships. Hello, Six of Pentacles. The better and clearer, insights into your relationships, choices in life, and issues that may have confused you will become very clear. You will become more aware of your truths and feel empowered to live your life on your own terms. There is only benefit to gain here, and our blessings come straight from the loving heart of the divine to assist you. Perfect. I'm just going to leave that there. I mean, we don't need to go any further. We get it. Finally, I'm going to pull one message from the Lightworker Oracle. All in all, this is still a good thing, Divine Feminine. And I know, I feel it. A lot of us are really, really exhausted. Like, really exhausted. A lot of us are starting to feel like, when is this shit gonna end? And I said that word for a purpose. When is this shit gonna end? Like, how long are we gonna have to do this? I get it. I get it. The universe gets it. Spirit gets it. Just understand you have all the strength that God has to give to get through this, all right? You have it. It is at your disposal. All you have to do is choose to accept it, okay? You have to make the choice to accept it and to keep walking, okay? Last shuffle. All right, Spirit. best message for the Divine Feminine in relation to this reading, please? Just one card. There it is. What do we got? Star Child. I love this card. And I don't, off the top of my head, I don't really remember the message, so I'm definitely going to read from the book. But I already know this is a really good message, especially in relation to this reading. Again, we have 8, abundance. 8 is also a twin flame number, but infinity, abundance, yeah? All right, let's just get straight to the book. Card number 8, Star Child. This message is perfect. I just feel it. The light of the stars exists in you. The earth wants you to share that light with humanity. You are asked to understand that you are meant to be here, that you have spiritual work to accomplish. Give up the idea that you belong somewhere else, to another home in the stars. Instead, let the starlight of your inner being shine here on earth, where it shall make much a positive difference in the world. I'm sorry, make such a positive difference in the world. Fall in love with Earth's beauty. She can and will support you in all ways. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I do feel like this is a perfect message. It doesn't it doesn't relate in any way that I thought it was going to, but it still is a perfect message because here it's talking about accepting. One of the things it says in the book is that one of the missions of Star Children is to accept humanity and human beings as they are. And that has a lot to do with accepting yourself as a human being for who you are. You are perfect and you are flawed at the same time. Okay. So, um, this absolutely goes towards accepting your divine masculine as he or she is. They're doing their work to become whole and, eventually will come into union, but they will still be their own person with their flaws and imperfections. Okay. So even when we do come into union, we're still going to have challenges. We're still going to be triggered by each other. We're still going to have our flaws and imperfections that get on each other's nerves. I mean, but that's humanity. It's who we are. We just have to move forward with it and accept it and love ourselves for who we are. All right, guys. There is your message, Divine Feminine. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for joining me. I love you all. I will see you next week um, for more of your weekly messages, or I will see you in your private reading. Yeah. Take care, guys. Bye bye. Oh wait, no, wait. Before I go, I want to pull. I did this for the Divine Masculine, so I would like to pull some bonus messages here for the Divine Feminine from underneath the Tarot deck. We have the Seven of Pentacles. We also have the Two of Wands, and we have the Emperor and the Six of Swords. So the Seven of Pentacles is definitely talking about taking stock of the relationship. And in taking stock of your relationship with your divine masculine, who is showing up as the Emperor here, in some cases, you are trying to figure out how to move forward. Also, though, in taking stock of your life, divine feminine, you are embodying you're drawing on your masculine energy, you're embodying your divine masculine within you, and you're taking control of your life and you're deciding which direction to go. You're allowing the things to be burned away that no longer serve you. You're taking time to do introspection to figure out what direction you want to move in. I think that's great. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. I love you guys. Bye.